Excuse me?
Do you participate in Whamageddon?
What is that?
So you try to go the entire Christmas season without hearing Wham's Last Christmas. And
I would have lost that a
yes.
long time ago.
Yeah,
I think my first or second visit to the mall, I
Oh,
would
yeah.
have been like,
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and so like it's a big thing in England, and the PA guy at a soccer game put it over the PA, and so basically
No.
eliminated the entire stadium.
Everybody who was at the Liverpool
Yes,
game,
yeah,
out.
there were a lot of groans in the crowd.
Oh, that's fantastic. And kudos to that PA guy for doing that. Welcome to the holiday edition of the North Wright County Today podcast. I am your host, Mike Schomer, former ink-stained wretch, to use a phrase from Dan Barrero, longtime newspaper reporter, Associated Press reporter, Patch.com reporter, now longtime school communicator and part-time podcaster. Also founder, editor of North Wright County Today. To my left is the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only, El Presidente, Nick Schultz.
Hey, how's it going?
From Deerwood Bank.
That's right, the Deerwood Bank.
The Deerwood. Do you do that? The Ohio State University thing? Like, so is your 3/4 or a quarter zip? I keep saying this is a bad habit I have.
Yes.
We're going to have to address it.
Yeah.
I keep saying 3/4 zip, which makes no sense at all. Like the zipper
goes to
would
the
be
belly.
down.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a 70s thing. Maybe in the 70s they had the 3/4
Yeah.
zips.
Yeah. No, I personally do not say the Deerwood Bank, but I
Okay.
can tell you both of our owners do.
Well, that's important.
Yes. Yeah. So
The Deerwood Bank. We are here in the friendly, comfy confines of the Selfie Company Studios in historic downtown Albertville, and it is December 20th.
yes.
Well, by the time I post this,
Yes,
it
it
will
will
be
be.
December
Yeah.
20th.
It went fast this year.
Oh my gosh. I
There
mean, you can use all the, your parents used to do it. I do it like, oh, Thanksgiving was so late. Well, Thanksgiving was late this year. I
Yeah.
mean, it's about as late as it can get.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you turn around, calendar's on December. I know you've had comings and goings of children and things
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
We just brought, our college kid back home. So she's home, and Lisa had a trip in the middle there.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, yeah, you blinked and here it is. So,
Yeah. There's a few UPS packages that I hope to get out this afternoon so that they arrive when they're supposed to.
yeah, I'm hoping for arrivals. You have some departures?
Yes.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
That's on me at the moment. And, scary situation for my wife. She has left it up to me to tie some bows on these things as well. So apologize to the nieces and nephews now.
I mean, she trusts you way too much sometimes. I think.
I don't think she had a choice. She had to run up to her folks' place to help them out with some
Oh,
stuff. So
okay.
it was one of those lesser of two evils. Either
Yeah.
it doesn't go out, or I trust Nick to tie a bow. So
All right. Well, like I say, technical issues. I think we're okay. The wide cam shows were all right. I don't know if we're going blurry, or we hope you can see us. If not, just throw it over on Spotify and
yeah,
and,
just close your eyes.
Yeah, or drink more eggnog. Are you an eggnog guy?
I would say I don't crave it, but if it's there, I'll have a glass. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the I have friends who are and friends who are not, and if you are not, the most disgusting scene in Christmas Vacation, and there are a few, but when they're like pouring the eggnog, and he's like,
Yeah.
I can't believe you're sitting here after all this time in my
Yes.
living room. If I woke up with my head sewn to the
Yeah.
carpet, I would be any more surprised than I am right now. He's pouring the eggnog into the moose
Yes.
or reindeer.
Yeah, the Bullwinkle cup.
Yeah, the Bullwinkle cup, and drinking it, and it's the thick, buttery
Yes.
eggnog, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
If you're not a dairy guy,
No.
even if you are, it is one of the grosser scenes in the movie.
I had a high school basketball teammate who, prior to a game, on the bus ride to the game, drank an entire half gallon of eggnog.
Oh no!
And it was like that scene in Anchorman where Ron Burgundy says, "Milk was a terrible choice." It was very similar to that throughout the course of the game.
Another great movie moment. We did talk. If you missed the podcast last week, we did talk a little bit holiday movie, and if Die Hard is or is not, we are divided on that issue.
Yep.
I did get a couple people come up to me who, friends who saw the podcast. They're like, "It's absolutely a holiday movie."
Okay.
I'm like, okay, well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Yeah. Strong opinions.
Yeah, whatever, so obviously events kind of winding down. You do have a couple last chances to see Santa across the community this week, so we hope you get that in. One sneaky good one, not a very long line, but obviously a cool place to kind of go. Cabela's and Rogers has Santa most nights. Over in the trophy area over there, they kind of always set that up with the toys and some
nice.
fun outdoorsy kind of stuff, and they've got Santa back over there. Plus, they've got stuff upstairs too. I can't remember if Santa himself is upstairs or downstairs. I think the kiddo shopping area is downstairs and Santa's upstairs.
Yeah, it would make sense. They have kind of a homewares area.
Yeah. Yep. That was the first time I saw a flat top grill, which if you don't have a flat top grill, it is a game changer.
I don't.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I think if I were to get one, I'd get the little guy, just because in about a year it'll just be me and April. And but I've heard great things. A lot of fun. Smash burgers, breakfast.
It is the A1 way to cook breakfast. I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pancakes and bacon on the
Put the
flat
white
top.
apron on and answer to Mel for a couple of hours.
Wow, there's an old reference right there.
Yeah.
Mel's Diner. Oof. No, I have not done that. I do not have an apron. I've never been the apron guy, even with the grill or anything like that. I just kind of hop out there apronless. And do.
Thanksgiving and Christmas, I go apron.
You go apron?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, you do have a lot going on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So. Well, what do you guys make? Are you guys ham for Christmas?
So we do. My brother has over the last several years broken with a little bit of tradition. On Christmas Eve, he does lasagna, and I
love it.
So happy
that is
because it's so good.
That is my A1 birthday request for dinner.
Lasagna.
Like Mom used to be like, "What do you want for dinner for your birthday?" Lasagna.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're just like a family of Garfields over here, but. He makes a red sauce one, and then my personal favorite with Italian sausage and spinach in it, a white sauce like a bechamel sauce.
Okay.
That one, you probably got to be in good cardiovascular shape before eating that one.
Sure.
Because it could stop your heart.
Do not shovel after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of thing.
Or at least have a cocktail or two to thin that blood.
Yeah, a good glass of red wine.
Yeah, that one is outstanding.
I've done one with a vodka sauce. I've never done one with a white sauce, but I did do one with like a vodka sauce. Yeah. I'm also like, give me a quarter jar of Alfredo and a full jar of marinara and mix them.
Yep.
That's always one of my...
Christmas Day, we'll do a traditional ham because we're going to go to my wife's folks' place, and they like kind of the scalloped potatoes, the ham, kind of your traditional Christmas fare. I personally... if I was just hosting it at my house, I would probably do a prime rib.
Yeah, I'm a steak guy now.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that has woven its way into our culture.
Yeah.
I think, a prime rib or, there are some horror stories, I mean, we threw a prime rib at my mother's in the oven and went to church and came back and the house was pretty full of smoke.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we had some drippings that were, going. The prime rib itself, the the roast itself was just fine.
Okay.
But yeah, they did not really have a proper way to catch the drippings,
yeah.
and they were hitting the
Yeah.
bottom of the.
We have a friend who was a former neighbor gave me her prime rib recipe, and first off, if you have a wireless thermometer or a meat thermometer you can
Right.
leave in there, that's super helpful. But essentially, you bring it up to temp, and then put it in there and turn the oven off, and
Yep.
just allow it to cook just in the ambient heat versus in a forced heat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's the best.
And because I
Little
am like,
salt, little coarse salt, little pepper, little butter.
maybe
keep
some
it on
herbs de
there.
Provence if you're feeling fancy.
Yeah.
And because I am my grandfather's grandson, I will put creamy horseradish on that, and it is outstanding.
Well, you lost me there.
Yeah, come on now.
Squirrely Dan would say, "We ought to be talking about Montreal steak season in there." We ought to be. Stick around for the end of the podcast. I kind of have a little special way to send us into the holidays. It's an ode to a former editor that I had back at the midweek in West Fargo, North Dakota. She would do it every holiday season. It would be her last column of the year.
Oh, wow.
And this will be I'm going to say safely, this will be our last podcast of the year. I'll see you next. We can say I'll see you next year.
Probably. Yeah. I think
So we're going to sign off with a little message for you guys, and it's an oldie, but a goodie.
you're not gonna. We missed the opportunity to name your turkeys of the year during Thanksgiving.
Patrick Ricey style, yeah. My absolute turkey of the year, and I think this would be ubiquitous across Minnesota sports, would be the Polad family. So, I mean, there's absolutely no way you could go with anybody else. What has happened to our Minnesota Twins is a travesty and a shamockery, and it's a travesty and a sham and a mockery. It's a Travis sham mockery.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's bad, and there's no one else to blame. It's ownership, and hopefully the announcement this week, which timely that you would bring that up, to bring in Craig Leopold. Owner of the Minnesota Wild, into a minority ownership of the Minnesota Twins is hopefully good news.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then I think, it's a distant second, but second, Minnesota United allowing the goalkeeper of the year to escape as of yesterday.
To Miami, of all places.
Yes. The rich get richer.
I mean, it's, MLS is becoming MLB. It really is. It's Major League Soccer is going to find itself with some serious issues here, and that could be another podcast, another sports podcast, which, Nick and I should probably spin off and just do some sort of sports podcast. But
that would be fun.
But yeah, I think you're going to see very soon Major League Soccer having some of the same issues that Major League Baseball does, where you start the season and 12 teams have no chance.
Right.
Just because of the haves and the have-nots. And right now, I think that's, going back to the Twins, I think that's the hardest part, is we're back into that scenario where you start the season, and do you really think the Twins have a shot? No, not at all. Maybe a shot at the playoffs, but do you honestly think they'd win, a 7-game series in order to get anywhere? No.
They haven't opened up the checkbook to buy the players that would do that, and some people have gotten perfectly comfortable, being mediocre and selling jerseys.
So maybe for Christmas we got some new owners who actually give a damn. So, few holiday events going on. If I do, like I say, get this posted before the last weekend before Christmas. If you celebrate other holidays to you, happy holidays to you. I know we've already passed Hmong New Year. We've started Hanukkah. Kwanzaa is right around the corner, so for all of you out there. But some really cool stuff. One at one of my favorite places in the Twin Cities. And look, I realize we're in St. Michael Albertville, and some people are like, ooh, the big bag city, but there's some really cool stuff going on in the city. So head on down. One of my favorite places is, of course, the Basilica of St. Mary. And they have a really cool thing. It's called luminescence. I think I'm saying that wrong. It's actually luminescence. Like they have a little mispronunciation to have fun with it. But it's essentially they project, light and pattern displays on the walls of the basilica, which is just, an amazingly beautiful church, ode to European churches in Minneapolis there on the edge of Uptown. And if you've ever been to Disney World or, the random one that I saw was at Union Station in St. Louis.
Yeah.
We had a conference down in St. Louis. But they do the projections on the outside or the inside of the building. Set to music. This, of course, is holiday themed because it's running through December 31st. Check the Basilica website for times, and it is very busy, so you definitely want to get there. But it's amazing. Lots of stained glass, beautiful colors. It looks really, really cool. I hope to get down and see it. I don't know if I will.
It's been in my social media feed for weeks.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Looks really cool. Yep. So, and then of course the other standard, which is this will be the peak weekend, but they do go through the weekend after Christmas, is the Christmas Carol at the Guthrie Theater. Which is just cast of many, and many people come back to do that show. We have some traditional characters who appear. And then, of course, go see our friend Hannah Hendrickson down at Nutcracker. You do have one more weekend to do that. So,
if I may throw in a plug for one of my customers, Forgotten Star Brewing in Fridley, on Sunday, I know this because the bank is sponsoring the event, there will be reindeer.
Nice.
Live reindeer.
Nice.
At a brewery.
Yeah.
I mean,
super cool.
Yeah. And with outdoor curling.
We went to outdoor curling.
Yes, they have 2 curling lanes with a glycol chiller under it, so it could be 50 degrees out. You can still curl.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which it will not be this weekend.
No, this weekend will be good curling weather.
Yeah. Great spot. Forgotten Stories, historical spot. Good spot.
Yes, yeah, it's the old boiler room of a World War II munitions plant.
Right.
In an industrial park. And really cool spot. And yeah, and then there'll be reindeer there.
Yeah.
Noon to 2, I believe.
The first time we saw anything like that, we were at the Children's Theater in Hopkins, and we went to, I can't recall if it was a Grinch show or a Snoopy-related show for the holidays. We got the kids dressed up in their, Sunday best for Christmas, and came outside, and there were a team of live reindeer.
That's
and super cool, and got to do that. And then, of course, I think we've had them over here at Central Park in Albertville a couple of times for the Lions celebration. So, the other one I'll plug one really quick is the Glow Holiday Festival at CHS Field in St. Paul, home of your St. Paul Saints. Speaking of the Twins, and they've got lights. Thousands upon thousands of lights throughout the entire stadium. You get to go down on the field, walk through some arcs, plenty of music, hot chocolate, coffee, all that thing. And then, of course, right next door is the Global Christmas Market there at the train station, which is very cool. So that if you can do a 2-for-1 there, that's a fun. And I believe Saturday is supposed to be a warm enough day where you will not turn into an ice cube if you're outside. So, we are brought to you by some friendly sponsors, and I want to make sure that I get a shout out to them. First and foremost, we're going to kick it off with Stellis Health. Locations in Monticello and Buffalo, just down the road to serve you. And hey, they're doing a survey on our website right now. There's a handy dandy little QR code. And why are they doing a survey? Because they are residents of the area and they want to serve the area better. So take a few minutes, check out that survey, give them some feedback. They've got, if you need care, they've got, same day appointments. for all the flu that's been going around, strep throat, some of the other stuff you see popping up. Earaches. I used to get ear infections over the holidays. It was like clockwork. But
Because you're
yeah.
3?
Huh?
Because you're 3?
Well, yeah, no, that was when it would happen. Yeah,
Oh,
when I was
okay.
little.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant like last year.
No, I got an earache. I got an ear infection like 5 years ago.
Okay.
And I must have, gotten it from one of the kids or something like
yeah.
that or whatever. And I literally went into the waiting room and talked to the, front desk person and was like, yeah, I'm here for an ear infection because I'm 8 years old, evidently.
Yeah.
But no, don't happen so much anymore. Turned out it was a sinus infection that I just got
Okay. Just moved to the ear. Okay.
Anyway, Stellus Health is actually where I went for that one. I can honestly say that, 100% honest. I went for that little ear infection, and they saw me the same day. I got an appointment late evening, and they hooked me up. I got some antibiotics, and I was on my way. And
There you go.
they heard I was allergic to penicillin, so they gave me something else, and I was good to go. And they want you to be good to go. So how's that for a transition? Check them out,
That was solid.
stellushealth.com. They've got blogs. They've got podcasts that are much more serious than this one. And they are ready to help you. stellushealth.com. Longtime advertiser on North Wright County Today. Another longtime sponsor, and in fact, they are the bank of choice of North Wright County Today, is the Deerwood Bank.
There we go. Yeah, we had a good fun week at Deerwood Bank. Tomorrow, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be Christmas Sweater Day. And, prior to that, we had a couple of events last week that were a lot of fun. And then I personally got to mentor my mentee over at Wright Tech last week.
Yeah.
In the CEO class, so that was a ton of fun. And if you go onto our social media, today's Thursday, we released the video that they took about 2 weeks ago in the bank, and it's a dramatic recreation of me putting Santa and his reindeer up on top of the teller canopy, and it's set to the the main score from Chariots of Fire. Some slow motion Baywatch running in it. They asked me to run dramatically. I felt like I did a pretty good job. It was, yeah. If you watch it through with a careful eye, you'll note probably 4 different OSHA violations. But that's okay. I'm a banker, not a construction worker.
Right,
So,
yeah.
they can't write me up, right?
Well, you didn't get your sleeve caught in the extension ladder where you kind of fell into the
Yes,
bushes
exactly, yeah.
or anything like that.
So, no.
Why is the carpet all red, Todd?
Yes. I don't know, Margot. So we've just had a really fun week. My ugly Christmas sweater for tomorrow, spoiler alert, is I don't know if any of you have played beer pong before, but it's a beer pong setup, and I have Velcro ping pong balls that you can throw on the cups on my sweater.
Oh, I'm totally swinging by tomorrow. That's going to be great. Yeah. All right. Sweet. So Deerwood Bank, they do seriously have great products and stuff for you as a consumer banker or business banker. Check them out. It's deerwoodbank.com, right?
Yes, sir.
Right on. Or
You'll actually see my face on the front page.
just click through my website to his website.
There you go.
And there you go. We also want to give a shout out to the Selfie Company Studios here in Albertville, Minnesota, located right behind Jersey Mike's in the little strip mall here that I always forget the name of.
Cons Crossing, I believe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cons Crossing. Yes, we are going to call it that. It is the Crossings at Albert, but we like to tease our buddy Dr. Andy Cons for coming up with this beautiful concept here. And you can find Tree of Life and of course Health Source and the workout place F45. But we're right back here in the friendly confines of the Selfie Company Studios. And look, if you want to start the new year off with some family photos, talk to Sam and her team. They've got stuff set up for the holidays, for beyond the holidays, some winter kind of stuff. Also, check them out at some of the events with their traveling 360 booth and stuff like that. Some really cool stuff that the Selfie Company is doing, but check them out on Facebook. You can set up an appointment for your little guy or gal, and I tell you, they do birthday parties here, and had a crew of like 6 or 8 kids here. One of the last times we were here podcasting, and we went out and lots of smiles. Let's put it that way. They're having a lot of fun, and it's fun to see, and maybe a little disturbing, but to see like the 8-year-old girls do the hand on the hip pose, the way, this I call it the sorority girl pose.
Okay, yeah.
But they're doing it, and if your girl likes to cheese it up, get them over here and do a shoot over
the
here.
Backgrounds are just awesome.
Oh, they're so fun.
For Christmas.
So, Selfie Company on Facebook. Check them out and get them over here in Albertville and have some fun. All right. Also want to give a shout out to another sponsor, Solutions Counseling. Our boys Craig and Caleb, who we had on the podcast. Go back and check that one out on YouTube or Spotify. We had a great visit with them about mental health in our community being a priority for people. And did you know that like 2/3 of the STMA community has sought help for their mental health through the great team at Solutions Counseling? They've got like 20 people over there in their nice facility there off Thielen Drive, just off 241. And they do in-office visits. It's a really cool, cozy community over there to do an in-office visit. But if you want to do it from the friendly confines of your own home or, wherever you're at, office, anything like that, they can do telehealth too. So you can check them out online at getcounseling.org. That's getcounseling.org. Solutions Counseling in St. Michael. Better help, better solutions. That's a different tagline. I'm not going to use that one, but good solutions for you, for your mental health. And they're right out there in St. Michael off 241. So, Solutions in St. Michael. All right. Let's see. Best holiday gift you ever got, or maybe the best holiday, maybe the gift that surprised you the most, that you were like, how the heck did so and so pull this off?
The one that's coming to mind is I was in high school as a angsty teen boy, really wanted to join a band, and I was surprised by, I believe my uncle who played drums in a band. He was my hippie uncle, my cool uncle.
Okay. The Funkle.
The Funkle, absolutely. Rode motorcycles, played drums in a band. Really, really neat guy. Helped my father pick out an acoustic electric guitar for me. But they wrapped it in white trash bags that were filled with packing peanuts, so it looked like a snowman.
Nice.
It was really well done.
Yeah.
A lot of thought went into that.
Totally surprised. Didn't even know.
I was surprised, very pleased, and played it really, really hard for about 6 months, and then probably moved on to something else. But it was a really
I'm like, can
great
you
gift.
play anything at this point?
Definitely Violent Femmes, Blister in the Sun. For sure, I can play you that right now.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's
Nice.
about 2 strings involved in the entire song.
yeah.
So
Absolutely. You just need Colin in the back going.
exactly that. Yes.
Your backup band. That's fantastic.
How about yourself?
Okay, so this is of course it's story time.
Mm-hmm.
I always do that to Lisa. I'm like, story time.
Yeah.
We went to my dad's mother's for Christmas, which in and of itself was kind of annoying. I mean, I loved going up there, but it's a 10-hour drive, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, to Kenmare, North Dakota. It's not Canada, but you can see it from there.
Yeah, pack a lunch.
And dinner. I mean, that's another story. One time we were coming back from there on Christmas Day, and of course nothing's open. So
Right.
where did we have dinner? Circle K.
Oh, sweet.
the gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Threw in a ham and cheese and
Get yourself
away
a
we
couple
went.
of roller dogs and a
Yeah,
Diet
exactly.
Pepsi. Color good.
I don't even think there were roller dogs left by the time we went through. Merry Christmas. Have a good ham and cheese. Anyway, we went up there. I don't believe this was the same trip. It might have been, but I don't believe it was. Went up there, got to see, my cousins who still live there on the farm. My grandmother, who has, of course, since passed away, was living in her house, the house that my dad grew up in. I slept in my dad's old room.
Yeah.
Anyway, had a great time up there, got some gifts, stuff like that. But it was the year the original Nintendo
Like the NES.
Duck Hunter
Yes,
Super Mario Brothers
Nintendo
package
Entertainment System
came
Yes.
out.
Yes.
I really wanted that.
Yeah.
Really wanted that. Opened our gifts, had a great time. Did not get the Nintendo. Okay, disappointed, but got some great stuff. Let's move on. I think I got one of those handheld Coleco football games or something, which was great. Baseball, because I already had the football.
Yeah.
I think I got the football when I was really young. That came out when I was probably 8 or 9. Driving back, and we get home, and my sister walked in first, and walked into the house. Usually walk in through the garage, through the laundry room, into the basement, and we'd head upstairs to our rooms because we got to bring our. And my mom's like, stop in the laundry room, drop off all your laundry and stuff, and so walked into the basement, and my sister just went, "No way!" And I'm like, "What is happening?" So we run into the living room. There by the fireplace is with a bow on it, not even wrapped. And my mom wrapped everything. Yeah, but this was not wrapped. It just had a bow on it.
Yeah.
It was the Nintendo.
Sweet.
Will not forget that ever. I think Cam still has it in the basement
that's sweet.
at Jen's house. So it's still in the family. But yeah, I will never forget that. That was
cool.
a great present, and I to this day don't know how they pulled it off. If they set it up the morning they left and just knew we would be so sleepy.
Yeah.
The morning because we would get up at 6, 7 in the morning so we could get there for dinner the night we got there.
Yeah.
If we were that sleepy and just didn't notice that it was already all set up, or if Dad ran in when we got home and set it up.
Yeah.
But there it was.
Yeah, that was a prime package. Was the Super Mario Duck Hunt package?
Yeah.
I think I had track and field as well.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Excite Bike was on there too.
Excite Bike. My neighbor had Excite Bike. We'd play that on his. He had the bigger pad, so you had the button. You could
the big joystick one.
Yeah. Yep. So that was better on his. I was, of course, I had all the sports games. So football, baseball, basketball, stuff like that.
Yeah, I used to go for hours on Zelda.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Link.
Yep.
My guy.
Absolutely. So, we're gonna close the show with a goodie, oldie but a goodie, like I said. In 1897, so really, really old, is I've got to bring this up now. So let me can't find the text. So anyway, like I said, my editor would run this, and bear with me because it's great. So it was a letter to the editor in 1897 written by a little girl, 8 years old. Her name was Virginia. And it says, "Dear editor, I am 8 years old. Some of my little friends say that there is no Santa Claus. Papa says if you see it in the sun, it is so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus?" Signed, Virginia. Virginia, this is the response from the editor of the Sun at the time, and it's become a beloved column. It is the most reprinted column in the history of newspaper writing. which of course is near and dear to me. So the letter starts, Virginia, your little friends are wrong. They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. They do not believe except what they see. They think that nothing can be which is not comprehensible by their little minds. All minds, Virginia, whether they be men's or children's, are little. In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant in his intellect compared to what the boundless world about him as measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole world of truth and knowledge. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they abound and give life our highest beauty and joy. Alas, how dreary would the world be if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary if there was no Virginias. There would be no childlike faith, no poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence. We should have no enjoyment except in sense and sight. The eternal light in which childhood fills the world would be extinguished. Not believe in Santa Claus? You might as well not believe in fairies. You might get your papa to hire men to watch all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus, but even if they did not see Santa Claus coming, what would that prove? Nobody sees Santa Claus, but that is no sign that there is no Santa Claus. The most real things in the world are those that neither children nor men can see. Did you ever see fairies dancing on the lawn? Of course not, but that's no proof that they are not there. Nobody can conceive or imagine all the wonders that are unseen and the unseeable in the world. You tear apart the baby's rattle and see what makes noise inside, but there is a veil covering the unseen world which not the strongest man or even the united strength of all the strongest men that ever lived could tear apart. Only faith, fancy, poetry, love, romance can push aside that curtain and view and picture the supernatural beauty and glory beyond. Is it real? Ah, Virginia, the world, there's nothing else as real and abiding. No Santa Claus? Thank God he lives, and he lives forever. 1,000 years from now, maybe 10 times, 10,000 years from now, he will continue to make glad the hearts of children. And that was written by Francis P. Church in 1897. Francis did not want anyone to know that he wrote that, so he never told anybody. In fact, most editorials in those days were not given credit to the author. They were just an editorial expressed by the newspaper. It later came out that he was the author of it, and of course has been part of our culture. So we hope Santa's good to you. And we know he's been good to us. Thank you for allowing us to do this, to come into your radios, your computers, your headphones, and have some fun. Thank you for being part of the St. Michael community. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas and Happy
you.
New Year and Happy Holidays to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you have little kids, pro tip, download the NORAD Santa Tracker app for your phone. You'll get them into bed much quicker.
We've got it on the website every year.
Yes.
It's one of the best favorite things that I throw up even when we've got busy things going on over the holiday season. I try to make sure that's on the website for you, so check that out on North Wright County Today. We'll have the website, the NORAD tracker there for you. But yeah, that is a fun one, and it's cool to see all the places Santa goes.
Yes.
You know, and how he does it.
Yeah, 24 hours. That's an endurance run.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's carving up right now. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you in 2026.
The year of the horse.
Is that what it is?
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's hope so. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year from all of us. Take care.